Hey, and welcome to Jason Talks Fragrance. Today we're going to be doing a special kind of video for me, one I haven't done before. And this is going to be an unboxing, but it's not going to be just any unboxing. To give you a little bit of background, when I first started really becoming more familiar with fragrances in the community, I had been a little bit late to the game. I've only been doing this about 3 or 4 years in the collecting space. And one of the ones that I actually missed, that people talk about all the time and they say is an excellent fragrance, is YSL's M7. This 2002 creation is one of the fragrances that I just talked about, and it is a now discontinued fragrance, and it's very difficult to get your hands on an unopened box. So what I have for you today is an unopened, supposedly cellophane wrapped box of YSL M7. And I've never smelled it before. I had never heard about it until about 8 or 9 months ago. And it's going to be a first impression for me, and I hope that you enjoy this video. So I actually picked up this fragrance from the perfumesource.com. They had a eBay store, and that's where I actually purchased it from. And in terms of placing the order and shipping it, it took about a week and a half. It was a pretty quick turnaround, so they did a good job in that aspect. But I actually purchased this fragrance about 3 months ago. I've been waiting on doing the video. And hopefully what's in the package is exactly what was marketed. So we'll find out. So this will either be a hilarious blooper video where I get ripped off, or it'll be a good fragrance review. Alright, time to open the box here. So right away we have some peanuts in the box here, so that'll be fun. So we're gonna be right back while I bag these peanuts. So we're back after removing the peanuts. We have our fishbowl of peanuts, which we're gonna put off to the side here. We have our empty cardboard box, which we're going to put down here. And inside the box we have, in paper wrapping here, we have Yves Saint Laurent YSL M7. And this is a 3.3 ounce, 100 ml EDT spray. Again, this is a 2002 creation. And I'm going to find out how it smells in just a moment. Okay, so we're now going to open the box here. I'm going to remove the plastic wrap. And we're going to open the box here. So in the box here we have this. Shows you how to take the cap off. Have this guy and slide it out. And this is what we have. This is YSL M7. Not a very fancy looking bottle, but from what everyone says, this is a really, really great fragrance. So we're going to find out right now. Alright, we're going to take the cap off here. And right away what we notice is it's got this cool little square atomizer. You don't really see stuff like this that often. And there's little detail in here that I'd like you to see. Just kind of how, here's where it depresses and the spray nozzle. So, a little nervous, let's find out. We're not actually sprayed here. I have a cologne on my hand already, so. That's really nice. It's interesting. It smells ever so gently powdery, clean, and there's a citrusy type of opening to it. But it's a beautiful blend of kind of like clean, almost shower fresh powder, but not too too powder that has a lot of perfume in it. It's a gentle, subtle powder. I smell the fresh green notes. It smells like there's a green grass note in there. maybe some slightly woody notes, but ultimately I think it's just a very green, clean, powdery fragrance, and it's nice. It is nice. Will I say that it is the most amazing fragrance that I've ever tried? No. But certainly for somebody like me who likes fresh fragrances, it is very good. I would probably give this an overall rating of about 7 or 8. You know, I think simply there's a couple of aspects that this could be. I mean, again, this bottle is very, very old. I would have to check the batch code, and I'll put a annotation for what the batch is and when it was bottled, essentially, to tell you. But it's held up pretty well overall, and it's very clean. It's very green. It's definitely a non-offensive fragrance. I'm actually going to go ahead and spray just a little bit more. It smells like kind of like a sharp vetiver fragrance. You have the green notes. Oh, I also found like I smelt a little oud note in there. What? Yeah, so there's like a woody and oud note in there when I spray it a little bit heavier. So this is actually a really cool fragrance. This is both green and it is woody and it's a little bit oudish. So this is a very unique fragrance. So on second thought, I may have to bump the score up to an 8 or 9, just because it's very different. It's a daring men's fragrance. That I can say for sure. It's a very daring men's fragrance, and I think part of the reason is Tom Ford had a little bit of involvement in this guy here. I'm not sure if he was actual perfumer for it. I'll put another annotation to let you know if he was actual perfumer, but I know that he did a very risque photo shoot, and I'll put a still image of the photo shoot if I can, you know, depending on how graphic it is. I don't want YouTube to flag the video, but I know that he did do a very sexualized campaign for this fragrance. But it's very, very good. Very good fragrance. Worth the money is what it comes down to, I guess, is the next question. I would say definitely just to have this as a collector's piece, absolutely worth the money. To have it as a fragrance, in the day, easily a $70 fragrance. No doubt about it. If they were charging something like 100 plus for it, maybe not. In terms of final thoughts on M7, I would say overall very good, clean fragrance, green. I definitely would say that if you can get a decant of it, you should definitely try it, see if you like it, and if you can still purchase it out there online and you do like it, you should pick up a bottle because there are very few of them left. This, again, was a special bottle because it was still cellophane wrapped originally and, you know, completely unopened, completely unsprayed. And even when I open the bottle, you can see kind of some of the packing dust around it. So I do genuinely believe that this was an unopened, unaltered fragrance. Final thought. So after dry down and smelling it again, this fragrance in dry down is what you would imagine like a lumberjack with a big-ass axe carrying around. This is what he would wear. It's a very manly, woody fragrance. It's outdoorsy, very masculine. Super masculine, actually, but still very fresh and clean and non-offensive. I would recommend that if you have this fragrance, be careful on spraying because I do think that some of the notes can become cloying, but overall, clean and very manly. So very nice dry down. So the opening is again green and woody with a little bit of oud. The dry down is very cedary, very woodsy, like, you know, just different kinds of woods, and that's what it smells like to me.